we need to launch an internal investigation, like inside of you. Hi besties, welcome. I hope you're doing well. It's been a while, but I'm back with a vengeance, hopefully. I'm working on a video I've been working on for a really long time that I'm super stoked about that will be coming out next. But I wanted to do something really fun and silly as my first video back, and that is why I am once again roasting your bookshelves. That's right, that's right. Last time I roasted your bookshelves, everyone complained that I was too nice and that it wasn't a roast, it was just a bookshelf compliments video. And I'm sorry, but it's not my fault that you all have incredible bookshelves. This time, I'm gonna try to be meaner and I'm gonna psychoanalyze you based on your bookshelves. Maybe this will give me the kick that I need to go through my bookshelves, unhaul, reorganize, adjust, because right now they are looking pretty rough. But before I dive right on in to the bookshelf roast, first I need to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is Ana Luisa. As y'all know, I love Ana Luisa so much. They are my absolute favorite place to shop for jewelry. And because the holiday season is upon us, I want to let you know about the great deals that they're offering my viewers, because there's nothing better than a hand-selected, environmentally conscious piece of jewelry that will last you a long time. That's just such a wonderful gift. Ana Luisa is a jewelry company that offers incredibly made, affordable jewelry that is earth conscious, which means you can shop for beautiful jewelry without compromising the planet. Ana Luisa is carbon neutral and water neutral, and their jewelry comes in completely reusable packaging with little to no plastic. I wear Ana Luisa every single day. So I'm gonna tell you about the pieces that I got from Ana Luisa for this video. First, I got the necklace that I'm wearing right now, which is the mood pendant necklace. Yes, it's a mood necklace, like the mood rings you might have had when you were growing up, but it's so beautiful. It has such a classic look to it. So it gives you that fun, nostalgic feel without compromising any of its elegance. It's so pretty. I also got the most stunning earrings I own. These are the Cuidado earrings. I am obsessed with them. They're so beautiful. They're like a classic hoop, but a little bit elongated. I love these earrings. Lastly, for this round, I got this incredible ring. And this ring is the Cleo ring, and the eyes of the snake are a green gemstone. I think it's so cool. All their jewelry comes in these beautiful little canvas pouches that are reusable, and I have gotten into the habit of taking these with me whenever I travel as my jewelry holders instead of throwing all my jewelry in a Ziploc bag. In the past, my discount code has been for 10% off, but Ana Luisa has doubled that this month, and using the code SallyTims20, you can get 20% off whatever jewelry you like on AnaLuisa.com. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video, Ana Luisa. I love working with y'all. Now that we've gotten the business out of the way, we can start with the bookshelf roast. So I have the bookshelves on my computer. So first up is actually, I'm keeping you all anonymous, but this is a friend of mine. As I'm looking, I cannot figure out what type of sorting system or organization is going on here, if there is any. Immediately I see a dictionary, which is concerning because if you were really a reader, you would know all the words already. Did you ever think about that? Okay, one thing that's standing out to me is that Concrete Rose and The Hate You Give are not together. Maybe you've read one and you haven't read the other yet, so maybe this is like a red shelf and this is a TBR shelf. I don't know, that would stress me out a little bit. I also love that down here Gone Girl is right next to Because of Winn-Dixie, which is like 2 books down from Parable of the Sower. There is no sense of organization on this shelf. These books have been chucked onto the shelves and not given a second thought. If that works for you, my OCD could never. Also, this bottom shelf that's like kind of cut off of binders and notebooks and also picture books is interesting to me. It looks like you keep all of your old school binders and notebooks. I used to do that, but let me tell you a secret. You'll never look through them again. I'm thinking maybe, especially because of this bottom shelf, that maybe you struggle to let go of the past and embrace change. But you have a good taste in binders because these, like the hot pink, the yellow, and the blue one with the like rubber end, those were the best binders. I always felt so elite when I had those binders. This is not about binders. Anyway, burn your notebooks. Get rid of your old school stuff. You're never gonna look through it again. Either the knowledge is in here or it's on the internet. Boom, roasted. Okay, let's move on to the next one. All right, immediately it's giving 2014 booktube shelves. These like white tall shelves, the cubes. I would bet money these shelves are from IKEA. No, you know what? I'm gonna find them. I'm gonna find them on IKEA. Why not? The Billy bookcases. Those are the ones. Tell me that those aren't your bookcases. You can't. I'm pretty sure that they are. Okay, getting into the books, I see a lot of fantasy, and I'm not a huge fantasy person, to each their own. However, there's a shelf trying to hide in the corner that looks like a shrine to Twilight. There's multiple copies of Twilight and it's trying to hide, but I found you. You cannot escape me. And then an entire Cassandra Clare shelf over here. Entire Cassandra Clare shelf, entire Twilight shelf. I would guess that high school was a challenging time for you in like the Friends department, and that you went through either an emo phase or a steampunk phase. I feel it in my bones that you went through one of those phases. I gotta say, the double stacked books are stressing me out. I stack my books on top like that, but in front of other books. It's too much for me. It looks cozy though, and if you were ever worried about running out of cups, don't worry, because this person has plenty of mugs to share with all of us. Boom, roasted. Okay, next, this person has a few different shelves, but starting here, this is the flattest bookshelf I've ever seen. This is disconcertingly level, and I have OCD, clinically diagnosed. You might too. It literally looks like computer generated, like a bookshelf in a video game. Like Sims bookshelf. Don't like rainbow shelves. It's giving kindergarten. I'm sorry, it's giving kindergarten. That's the police coming because of the rainbow shelves. Here is something I don't like about rainbow shelves. Rainbow shelves always make the black shelf look so boring. That's my Australian accent. So the police, just send them back. They look so boring. Like the black shelf goes on for a mile. It's imbalanced and it bugs me. They told me that this one's a TBR shelf, so they haven't read these yet, but let's look at a shelf they have read. So they've read all of these, and honestly, I don't have too much to say about them. Lots of YA fantasy and YA romance, so I would assume you've been reading for a long time. It's not really the bookshelf that worries me about this one. It's the cart to the left. An avalanche is coming, and I hope you have an escape plan for when it does. That is all I have to say. How is your TBR shelf the neatest, cleanest shelf I have ever seen in all my days? And then you have this cart in your room. You contain multitudes. Walt Whitman would be proud. Boom. Roasted. Okay, this next one. This person told me that they have a main shelf, a YA shelf, and like an academic shelf. So I'm guessing books they've read for school, that kind of thing. So first up, we have what looks like the academic shelf. So skip, that's boring. No, just kidding. Actually, The Color of Law is a really fascinating read. Anyway, that's not the point of today. So next shelf, this has to be the YA shelf. That's for the Australian accent. I immediately see these two little creepers peeping at me, and I'm sick to my stomach. Just kidding, because I actually love Brian Selznick, and both of these books were great. Miss Peregrine's, however, is one of the worst books I've ever read. I hated that book so much. The fact that the series was 4 books long is so baffling to me. The first one could have been a short story, and we'd all have been better for it. There's a lot of Percy Jackson on the YA shelf, so I would assume that you're gay now. Congratulations. Me too. Lots of John Green. This is definitely a queer person. You were definitely a books are my friends kind of bitch in middle school. And so was I, so I can't even judge you. Let's look at the main shelf. Okay, lots of Vonnegut. Okay, points for Vonnegut. I say that I've read one Vonnegut. It was Slaughterhouse-Five, but it is one of my favorite books I've ever read. Dune needs a fucking trigger warning, I swear to God. Not the content, I haven't read it. Just, I'm sick of seeing this brick. I would love to avoid looking at it everywhere I turn. It's everywhere. Let's get over it. Let's move on from the sandworms. Anyway, boom, roasted. Next up, we've got, okay, this top shelf has a bunch of books I have on my shelf, so I can't really judge. The bottom shelf, when you zoom in, you might notice these are all psychology books about trauma and boundaries and good stuff like that. So either you are a therapist or you should take some of the money that you spent on those books and go see one. Wishing you the best, my friend. Boom, roasted. All right, okay, this bookshelf, most of these are in a foreign language. So I can't say too much about the books because I don't know what they are. But what's really standing out to me here is the children's book with a cartoon girl deep in thought and just a black and white picture of Karl Marx next to her. That is the exact face I would make if I had a conversation with Karl Marx. So, boom, roasted? I just wanted to shout out Carl. This shelf, Percy Jackson, Hunger Games, and Harry Potter are all letting me know that we would have been friends in middle school, except for the fact that neither of us had any. Maybe we could have been each other's remedy to the friendless issue. Also, this person did give me a little disclaimer that they hate J.K. Rowling, but they can't get rid of the books, and I totally get that. We do not support J.K. Rowling in this house. They said this was their Taylor Jenkins Reid and Taylor Swift shelf, so a Taylor shelf, if you will. That makes sense. I have a Harry shelf with Harry Potter and a Harry Styles magazine, so I think our minds work in a very strange but similar fashion, and I'm here for it. This was their favorite shelf. Right off the bat, I see The Song of Achilles and A Little Life. So I think you too should see a therapist because it seems like you got a masochistic streak. You are somebody who loves pain and is not afraid to inflict it upon yourself. Ponder that, simmer, let that sit with you for a moment. This shelf was just labeled gay. And indeed, it's very gay. My guess is you are as well. Once again, hi. Congrats. Is this video just me testing my gaydar based on your bookshelves? Maybe. Should that be another video? You send me your shelves and I tell you whether or not I think you're gay? Anyway, okay, I think this is the last one. Right off the bat, 2 full sets of Twilight. I'm concerned. We need to launch an internal investigation. Like inside of you. To find out who hurt you so badly that you need the black and white spines of Twilight. Did you need them? Down here, we have a stack of some of my favorite books of all time, and We Were Liars. Please separate this beautiful stack of books from this horrible, horrible little book. And you know what? I think that everyone who says that they loved We Were Liars is a liar, because that many people cannot be telling the truth about thinking that that book was good. Come on, you as a reader deserve better than that book. You deserve better than that twist. That was not it, my friends. Not it. Also, that top shelf is sagging a little bit from holding the weight of the fact that George R.R. Martin is going to die before Game of Thrones ends. I'm so sorry. Somebody had to break that news to you so that you can begin the grieving process now and move on a healed person. I'm rooting for you. Boom. Roasted. I have no idea if that was any better for you, if that was any meaner, any more brutal. Those are my thoughts on some of the bookshelves that you sent me. Overall, I think you're wonderful. These bookshelves are wonderful and beautiful. And as much as I may have roasted you, know that I love you even more deep down inside. I hope this video was super fun and that it made you laugh. All of the usual stuff, like this video if you enjoyed it, comment down below and tell me how you organize your bookshelves. Are you a genre person, a color person, an author person? I'm intrigued because I'm thinking I might switch mine up, but I'm not sure how. So give me some ideas. The absolute most impactful way to support my channel is by subscribing to my Patreon, in which for only $2 a month, you get access to 2 dope book clubs and an incredible Discord community, plus lots of extra live streams and all that good stuff. If you can't join the Patreon, hitting subscribe is the next best option. And if you hit subscribe and turn on bell notifications, you'll be the first to know when my next video, reading my Hinge match's favorite books, goes live. It's gonna be a doozy. I'll tell you that for free. Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful week and that you're taking care of yourself as we move into the holiday season. Don't forget to check out Ana Luisa for ethical, beautiful jewelry and use my code SallyTims20 for 20% off. In case you haven't heard it today, I love you. Bye.